Hi friends, happy Thursday. My name's Jana. Thanks for coming by my channel. And if you are new here, I hope you will like what you see and subscribe. And please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you feel like sharing my video or my channel, that would be awesome too. So I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I am here today to do a card with you that I think is going to be fun. Before we get started, I do want to mention that bonus days is still going on. So when you shop, and if you don't have a demonstrator, I will have the link to my shopping channel in the description box below after the video is over. Um, Anyway, if you shop up until and including the 31st of this month and spend $50 before shipping and taxes, you will earn a bonus days coupon or coupon, however you like to say it. That is going to come to you in the form of a code in an email, and it will come shortly after you place your order. So you'll want to hang on to that email. What I would advise is to jot down that coupon code or save it however you like to save things on your phone, wherever you want to save that, because you'll need that code to be able to spend it next month in August. So the redemption period is between the 1st and 31st of August. And if you have been shopping throughout the month this month and collecting codes, you can use all those codes at one time, or you can separate them out into different orders. When you do use your codes, you'll want to separate each code with a space in between, okay? All right, so that is that. I also wanted to mention that as demonstrators, we got to go in starting yesterday and look at the new upcoming mini catalog. If you love to do stamping and creating paper crafting for the Christmas holiday, you're going to be really thrilled because there is a ton of beautiful things in the mini catalog for Christmas. There is not one thing in the mini catalog for Halloween. There were just a very few fall items. So if you are holding out thinking that Halloween stuff would be coming out in the mini catalog, don't wait. What is available is online now. They came out this month with 2 Halloween sets in the online exclusives, and that is all there is. Just those 2 sets. I happen to have one of them. I'm grabbing it here. So this is Potions and Spells, which I think is really adorable. I love that it has a crow. Here are the coordinating dies that go with it, so you can purchase this as a bundle. There's a really cool broom in here and some spooky kind of stuff potion coming that you can make coming out of the big pot. Anyway, this is one. The other one is a stamp set that has, I think it's 4 or 5 images is what I remember. And it's little ghosts. So those are the only 2 Halloween sets. So no Halloween paper. Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed in that, I have to say. All right, let's get started with my card. I have kind of a funny story to tell you along the way as I'm creating today of my morning. But this is the set that I'm going to be using today, filled with fun stamps and dies. So these can be, let's see, I can't remember if this was in the last mini catalog. So I'm not sure if it can be sold as a bundle or if it's separate stamps and dies, but they're both called Filled with Fun. So you've got a wagon here that you can load up with a bunch of gifts and a cake for a birthday or wedding. And then you've got the flowers. We're going to be doing the flowers today. And I'm also using from the Keeping Tabs set just the little Hello Friend greeting. And then I'm also using from Spotlight on Nature dies, which are all these fun circle dies. I'm using one of these dies, but look how many circle dies you get in this set. It's really cool. So there's kind of an eyelet sort of design. And we do have eyelet paper that's really pretty too in the catalog. There's this one with kind of a long stitch and a sort of what I would say if you were stitching would be a French knot. There's this one with all the lines on it, and then it repeats. And then you've got those same dies over here in different sizes. So this one, the biggest one, starts with the eyelet. This one, the biggest one, starts with all the straight stitch lines. I used the largest eyelet one today. And then also I'm using the largest die in this set, which is the perennial postage. And I really like this. This makes your next layer down from a 4.25 by 5.5 card. This largest one measures 4 by 5.25 for that layer, okay? And then look, it's even got like a little hanging tab hole thing here that you can put. And also these. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to start with some stamping. And I have a new light finally, so I think that I've got some of my problems that I've been having with lighting hopefully resolved. All right, so let's see, where do I want to start? I've got all my stamps mounted up here. So I think I will start with the wagon, and I'm going to stamp it in pecan pie. So while I'm stamping, I'm going to tell you my story. So when I got up this morning, I took we have two little chihuahuas, Todd and Tula, and I took them out to go potty. Let me get, where's my mat? Here it is. I took them out to go potty, and when it was time to come back in, okay, let me back up a little bit. We have a breezeway that attaches our house to our garage. So it's an enclosed breezeway, and on each end there are sliding patio doors. So we were out the back one into the backyard. And anyway, it was time to come in. I opened the door. Tula ran in the house. Todd's always the pokey puppy, and so I'm calling him, come on, Todd, time to come in, blah, blah, blah. He's still messing around out there. Next thing I know, a chipmunk ran into the house. all I could think, because like I said, there's a patio door on each end. There is a door into our garage and then a door into our house, and the door into the house was open. All I could think is that I needed to hurry up and scramble and get that door into the house shut, because no way in the world did I want that chipmunk to get into the house. So I hurried up and went and got that door shut. And fortunately, it didn't get into the main part of our house. And so then Tula is busy chasing after the squirrel. Now, I mentioned that our dogs are Chihuahuas. They're both tiny. Tula's really tiny. Okay, I stamped the tires with my Memento Black. And so Tula's chasing the chipmunk, and Todd comes in and he gets in on the action. All right, let's see here. I don't want to use Smoky Slate. I think I'm going to use Basic Gray for the handle of the wagon. So Tula actually puts her mouth on the chipmunk. The chipmunk has places to hide, but I'm thinking, you know, it just really kind of wanted out. It didn't, I don't know what it was thinking. And it's tiny too. It's a little chipmunk. And so I'm getting after her to leave it alone, and after Todd to leave it alone, and the chipmunk's squeaking, and it ran under this. We have like one of those coat rack bench things out there in our breezeway. And so it ran under there. And I wanted to get the dogs into the house without the chipmunk getting into the house. Okay, I'm deciding what color. I'm going to stamp the little banner here. And I'm trying to decide what color I want to do the banner. Ooh, maybe peach pie. I think that's what I will do, because I'm going to be coloring the flowers with, oh, bubble bath. Okay, bubble bath. Let me back up here. Maybe, sorry, I'm just trying to think here. I forgot to show you the papers I'm using. While I'm trying to decide what color, I'm using for my piece of patterned paper, one of the ones here from Country Woods Designer Series paper. Now I'm looking at the colors in here and seeing if one of these kind of sparks my interest of what color I want to use. Misty Moonlight. Oh, that would be pretty. Okay. So that was helpful to look at this. So I will use Misty Moonlight, and then in the meantime, let me show you these papers. So they're all kind of this weathered painted wood design. So anyway, I picked Tula up and opened the door real quick because I didn't want the chipmunk to get in, just only the dogs. And when I went to put her in the house, the cat is right on the other side of the door. And Tula's, because I'm not opening the door very far, Tula's like not wanting to be shoved right into the cat's face. So she's balking. And so it took me a couple of tries to get Tula in the door. And then I went after Todd, who's like not wanting to be picked up. He's not wanting to go in the house because he's wanting to stay out there where the action is. But I finally got him and got him in the house successfully without letting the chipmunk in the house. So then I went out into the garage and got a broom And the little chipmunk, you know, is continuing to kind of just hang out under the that bench. And also she would kind of climb up between the wall and the bench. So I pulled the bench out away from the wall so it couldn't do that. So then it ran up towards the front patio door, which I had already opened the screen doors on both ends. So, you know, I had everything opened up so it could get out. And it wasn't going out that door. It ran across to the other side. And so I just stayed up front where we had been there. And it started heading towards the back door. So I just stayed put where I was. And I thought maybe, you know, it will just scurry on down and go right out the back door, which is what it did. So now we have, I called my husband and I told him about the whole ordeal. Okay, I'm inking up the flowers with the Memento Black. And he says, yeah, I guess we're just going to have to make sure we have the door that goes into the house shut when we take the dogs out, because I think that these little chipmunks are hanging out right under our deck. And I don't even know where it came from to come through the door to begin with, unless it popped right up from out from under the deck and in the door. I didn't even see it till it was already in the house. And I was standing right there. They're so fast. That's stamped up really nice. I had just re-inked my pad too. Okay, so anyway, we're going to have to be more careful to not let the little stinkers be able to do that, come in the house. All right, so I've got my Stampin' Blends here, and I'm going to color the centers of the flowers with dark Daffodil Delight. Uh-oh, let me see here. I wasn't even paying attention to my chat. Hi, Angela, and hi, Donna. Thanks so much for joining me. All right. So again, I'm coloring the centers of the flowers with dark Daffodil Delight. And excuse me just for 1 second here. There we go. And I'm using the fine tip or the bullet tip, whatever you want to call it. I just think for me personally, smaller spaces, it's that end of the marker is just easier. So there we go with that. And then the flowers, I'm going to use the light and dark Bubble Bath. It's such a pretty pink color. So I'm curious if you heard my whining about the lack of more Halloween stamps. I think there's a lot of people that don't do Halloween stamping. Our youngest grandson is 13 now, so, but you know what? I still like to stamp Halloween cards. I don't care. I send them the grandkids all Halloween cards and Valentine's, you know, all the little holidays, and if they're grown up or little, it doesn't matter to me. I still enjoy stamping, you know, for those occasions. So, but I do know there's a lot of people that don't like Halloween, don't do Halloween stamping, but it would be nice to have more than just a couple of sets to choose from, I think. And some papers, some coordinating papers would have been fun. I could be wrong about the paper, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any Halloween ones. Of course, I've got plenty of other Halloween stuff here in my stamp room to use, but this is a pretty pink, I have to say. We have been needing a good pink, and now we have two. We have the bubble bath and we have the pretty in pink. I think they're both really nice pink colors. Okay, so then I'm just going to go back on the little lines here with the dark and just add a little bit of something something here. So I finally got started on projects for the craft fair that my bestie Danita and I are taking part in come November. She got really busy. She's been busy making stuff since Christmas was over last year, or this last time. But I'm a little slower, and I have just gotten started working on stuff. All right, so for the stems, I am using the light and dark Granny Apple Green, and I'm gonna come in this time with the dark first and just do the centers of the leaves. And then I will come back with the light. I am pretty excited about some of the new Christmas sets though. That catalog begins in September. That's probably why they didn't put Halloween in there, because it really doesn't give people time to order out of it and get the stuff and get, you know, their things made for Halloween. Okay, so the wagon here, I stamped it in the pecan pie. I'm coming back in with the, actually I'm going to use the brush tip for this, with the light pecan pie, and I'm just going to fill in or go over the white lines. I just didn't want these white lines on here, and I'm not being real careful to just stay within those lines because it's wood, you know, it's supposed to be wood, so I don't care if I'm over the lines. It's gonna blend in anyway, so that looks cute. And then I'm going to do the centers here of the wheels with, this is dark smoky slate. And I think that's all for the coloring on there. And then let me pull out my circle that I already cut out. And I've got that Hello Friend mounted up here. And I think I'll bring, since I stamped that banner in the Misty Moonlight, I'm gonna stamp my little greeting in that color. Hello, friend. All right, and I'm just gonna put it up here at an angle. Cute. Okay, so that's ready. I just need to bring in the dies. Oh, can you hear my heater? I turned my heater on. It's a nice day here on the coast, but it was that wind blows up off the ocean, and so cold air. I've got the doors open in one of the windows, and it probably would be easiest for me to just shut those things, but it's hard for me to do that in the summer. I just want everything opened up. And so back here in my stamp room, it was chilly, so I turned the heater on, and really I could probably just turn it off now. So I'm just gonna stick the dies on here. What I was gonna mention before I started pulling them off, do you ever have the problem of pulling the dies off the cards or whatever, or even if you use a magnetic sheet and then you can't fit them back on there right? I take my phone and just take a quick picture before I start pulling things off of how they're laid out, and then I can refer back to that of how things were kind of put on, and fit everything back where it goes, or at least so they all fit on the sheet or your magnet. So that's just a tip, if you hadn't already thought about it, to take a picture. So I'm just putting all these dies on here so I can run it through my machine at one time. Let me grab another piece or two of tape. Gotta love dies. I do anyway. And they give you two of the circle ones for the wheels, so that's handy. I don't know if I got that one on real straight. There we go. Now, can I put a piece of tape on there and hold them both in place? I think so. Let me pull it up and move this one over. I want to make sure. There we go. Okay, everything has a die. I'm going to run this through my machine. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. where was this one? Up here. And one was there. And one was there. So I got those all put back in place. All right, here we go. Let me get this put in here. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little liquid glue here. It leaves you a nice little strip down here to put your glue to attach in the wagon. There we go. And then I'm going to put the little banner right on the front of the wagon. You could always, if you have little tiny alphabet stamps, you could stamp something on here or just hand write it, like if you wanted to write somebody's name on there or something. That would be cute. So I just put a little drop of glue on each end of it there. There we go. All right, now then, the handle, get a hold of it here. Okay, I'm having a hard time. Good grief. Here, let's do this. That works. Okay, they left you a little spot here also to kind of show you where to put your glue or adhesive, whatever kind of adhesive you like to use, and you can position the handle however you want it. I'm going to just make it come out just a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, and then the wheels, I'm going to do something a little different with those. So let's get started on putting the card together. This is the piece of paper that I chose from the patterned paper, and then I cut another little banner out of one of the patterned papers that has all the different colors in it there. I cut a heart out with the little heart die right there. My card base is the pecan pie color. And then I have a layer here of the early espresso. That's going to go on next. And then I had die cut this out with that largest postage, perennial postage dies that I showed at the beginning. I love this paper. It's very kind of country looking, I think. Shabby chic, I suppose. Vintage, all of those things. There we go. Okay, my circle. I'm gonna grab my pecan pie here again and a sponge. And you know what? I wanted to do that around the edge of my paper and I got excited and I didn't do it. But I have a solution of how to fix that. Without pulling it off and ruining things. Okay, let me grab a Post-it here. Oopsie. Don't slide out from under there. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? And some people, I guess, don't, you know, if inking the edges is not your thing, just don't do it. That's all. Easy enough. Whatever it is that you like. It certainly is easier to do it before you attach it to your card, though. Rather than having to go through what I'm doing now. But, you know, it's a learning opportunity, right? If I did a card for you guys without making some kind of boo-boo that I have to go back and fix every time, that would be a miracle. Maybe it'll happen one of these days. Okay, almost done. All right, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, I think actually while I have my little sponge out, I will put a little ink on this banner. This is going to go on the inside of the card. And I'm not being too fussy about it. I just wanted a little bit on the edges here. There we go. Get a tissue and wipe my hands. Okay, so there is that. And while I have this banner here, I'm just going to go ahead and attach a little bit of glue. And put it here in the corner. Just like that. I'm going to put the pin back in my glue here for a second. Okay, so here we go. This can go on the inside. Cute. All right, now circle. And now we can start putting the wagon together here. All right. Here we go. And now for these things, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of those. Cute. Okay. Gotta have some bling. Hi, Nancy May. All right. So sweet. I love that paper. That is so cute. This wagon set is really great because you can use the stamps that come in this stamp set, you know, to fill the wagon, or you can use whatever kind of critter stamps you might have. You could put all kinds of stuff. You could do a fall one and put little, if you have little vegetable images, you could put vegetables in it. You could put one great big pumpkin in it. Would be so adorable. So lots of ideas and things you can do again, and that is the Filled with Fun stamps and dies. And I made another one, so just another little variation. This one has that striped wood in it, and I did the flowers with peach pie. And then this banner I did with Azure Afternoon. So 2 wagon cards ready to go here. Let me grab my little Lucy book for story time, and I will get the pen put in my glue. Thank you, Donna. All right, so story time. We're doing the I Love Lucy Guide to Life, Wisdom from Lucy and the Gang. And I know we did that one last time, so we're starting, is that, okay, we're starting here. Never talk with your mouth full. There's Lucy and Ethel when they were doing the chocolates, and they started shoving them in their mouth because they weren't getting them off of the conveyor belt fast enough. If it tastes bad, it must be good for you. Vitamin. Tastes like candy, she said. When in doubt, ask. Oh, yeah, there she's got the little clamp things that you use to open snails with. Ooh, disgusting. I could never eat those. She's got it on her nose. That'd probably be where I'd have to put it too. A trim tummy keeps hubby happy. All righty then. Lucy and Ethel working out. Never send a woman to do a man's job. She just might do it better. Lucy, where did you get that fish? All right, you guys, I'm going to stop with that one. Today's motto: don't let a chipmunk come in your door. All right, I hope you like these cute wagon cards and that wonderful paper. The paper again is called Country Woods. All right, and don't forget bonus days. Give me a few minutes after this video ends. Thank you, Angela. And I will get more information in the description box of how you can get to my shopping channel if you're interested. And I think that's about it. Have a fabulous rest of the day, and I hope you have a great weekend ahead. Take care. Happy stamping. See you next time. Bye-bye.